So, do we hear that? That's a block away from the Sci building. I like Sci buildings. It makes you want to go, why? Why does this all exist? How about that one? It's like, how often am I going to be here? Will I be here long enough to start using an optometrist around here? Or a dentist around here? Because I would like to get my teeth back where they are, or used to be. I got a gap. Don't like it. How's that for useless information? I'm sorry. I can even say it nonchalantly as I go by. Let's see, is she on the phone yet? No. Oh, she wants us to get it on our own? Nobody's been here yet. Doors are wide open. So, let's see. It's a lot quieter here, so that'll be okay. Hello, people. How are we today? CPF. Oh my God. Yes, actually, I'm not doing a scenic walk because the BFF wasn't ready for YouTube yet. And I don't blame her. Maybe in the future. But I have another Monday hookup happening soon. Someone who's very interested. I was at my barbecue on 4th of July and I can't remember how it happened, but I told somebody that I was doing a Scientology protest, and she had written about it in high school or college, or she was totally fascinated. And so now she's going to be my Monday when we can get our schedule straight. And she hasn't done YouTube either, so I think it'll take a little while, but I'm here doing my my back and forth. Hey, and I'm actually rattling, which is good. Ooh, and I don't, whoops. Okay, we'll see what happens. I don't have the gimbals program up, so we'll just walk around. I wonder if I just walk around the emblem, will people get mad at me? No, I'd be blocking the way, so can't do that. So, let's see, who is it? Oh God, and you know what I didn't do either? Sorry guys, but ever since I wear tons of moisturizer on my hands so they don't get darker than they are already. They're getting better. I'm wearing driving gloves too. So just want to sit here and see how long it'll take. She's the only one here today, it looks like. I had the tall one, tall skinny white chick. Yeah, I guess you can say that would be a stereotype. My cousin is a 6 foot tall, scary white chick too. I can't get it focused. Focus. So, yeah, I never see the same people in front anymore. It's like, I don't want to yell in there. And I'm still, God, and my tummy still hurts from 2 days ago when I was actually talking to a friend of mine. I will sitting the size. I was talking to a friend of mine this morning who is also my chiropractor. I'm doing really well on the muscle front, so it's taken a long time. I've had a lot of back pain because I got whiplash that hyperextended my neck and my back by 1.5 inches, and then I got whiplash 3 years later again. I'm sorry you have to do that. That must be awful to have to close the doors every time someone like me comes around. Boring. So I always had back pain that I got really used to and started using her. It isn't easy. You can't just go like 5 sessions and leave it at that. So I've been going for a while. I've gotten better. I went hardcore on it, so once a week. But we were talking this morning, and I was mentioning that, you know what, I haven't heard so much racial crap in my whole life than I've heard in the past like 4 years, 5 years. It's so bizarre. Because of the white guys, and she was just like, what? And I'm like, I know. I got a cool purse out of it. Went to Fall Raven and got myself a purse that actually holds a lot of stuff and it doesn't feel like it. I should make a commercial out of that. So let's see. I don't think you can see as well. I was going to show you. I'm making an effort today. Look, I have lipstick on. Is that scary or what? Oh, are they going to go in? You don't want to go in there. They have cooties. It's dangerous. You might get brainwashed. They left. So, let's see. Actually, this would be a better one. See, I don't think it's necessarily a good color, but it's a start. UPS pickup. Ooh, my UPS guy will be here today then. Let me see. I gotta check always. And they're not like, I'm waiting for the doors to be open. You guys should get that other door open. I'm waiting for the other, or waiting for the fire station to be opened up so I can walk in and go, help me please. And, you know, do things like call them out on, you know, all of this rot wooding. I mean, they fixed it up once. You figured they'd maintain it. It's going to cost so much money to do this. And they won't have to do all the historical crap that they would normally have to do because they're the ones who fixed it. So I don't understand that. I don't understand how you can... I always call them leases because, you know, it's like you don't own the ground underneath. So it's like, I don't know how you can lease a building and then not take care of it after you refurbish it. And they tried to buy that one too, but San Francisco didn't go with it. They said no, thank you, but no. So yeah, my dirty little filthy building. You know, I'd love to spend the hour that I'm here talking about Scientology and like going over the wrought iron with a magic eraser. But I probably, hi Xenofree! That is totally like, involuntary is the giggle when I say your name. But yeah, I would probably get in so much trouble for using a magic eraser on the wrought iron because they'd rather it look tacky and beat up. And since a lot of those flowers are missing on the wrought iron, it's probably rotting on top of that, but they don't care because it costs money to do that and they have to get their own people to fix it. So actually there are a lot of whales here. So I wonder if like, that would be funny if I like bargained that I wouldn't come here for a month if they fixed it up. See, look at all that freaking rust. It's like, that's not patina. That's real rust on beautiful ironwork. So, yeah, this is where I get mad. Oh God, the ADA. Why do I keep forgetting about the ADA? Because we have to get that put back up. Because this has been this way since the year they bought it. So it's not anything new. And I didn't do what I wanted to do. Hold on. Do you miss your friends? Do you miss your family? Do you miss your chosen family? Do you wish that on holidays like 4th of July you'd be able to hang out with your friends instead of having to make money for the little one? I wouldn't enjoy it. And I did it making money. I didn't like working on the holidays. So yeah, what's time and a half of nothing? Or if you're in the sea, or what's time and a half of, you know, holidays? I wonder if you can like, you know, make a declaration that those days should be time and a half so your freeloader debt is small. I doubt it, but it's a pretty good idea. Start with something, right? See, and the ghosts agree with me. So you should work harder to try to get yourself out of here because this is not a good place to be. This is where you pretty much leave your soul at the door, become apathetic, don't care about anybody next to you, and just make money for the little guy. That's weird. Oh, and you're not an open house anymore, so not everybody is welcome. I know I'm not welcome. I haven't never been welcome. I'm not trespassed yet. Still saving for that one. Because I don't count the time that I was told to get off the stairs as a trespass, because I was keeping an eye to make sure that none of your little children came out again and just stood there. Freaks. Let's see. So this must have something to do with Scientology. And no, I don't want you guys to like look it up. And that brings me to the cross stitch I have to do of a QR code that I'm gonna hang in the bathroom, because Yawn Tech? What is Yawn Tech? Because it's being rickrolled, and I want to see how many people do it in the bathroom, because it'll be on the WC on the second floor, and you'll be able to hear it very well. So let's see, I don't have it on inside out, so let's see. I have, where is it? I have my pink pen with me, so I can actually, or not my pink pen, but my pink chalk pen that I can put cult on. Yes, I got it at Daiso, my favorite place on the planet Earth. It might have been more than $1.75, but it's pretty good. I mean, that's a pink. So, oh my God. You want to know something even I didn't remember? That one. I can take them off because I brought new ones. Oh my God, that one. This is like, what, a month and a half ago now? I should go look up in my in my streams, because fortunately I'm still not going to be doing very much because of a rip-roaring tummy ache when I start bending over. But ooh, that is so funny. So yeah, I have more today. I remembered to bring them with me. So we'll see what happens. It's like, I wish I had Post-its that were of SPTV, because then I could put them up here. The transparent Post-it notes. I'm getting better at it, but oh, that's not me. CUD. It's gone, but I don't know if I took it or not. So let's see, I'm not defacing property because these are, and that's not me either. I don't do anything that defaces anything. This can just be taken off, so it's not defacing property. So I have this one from a long time ago because I got distracted. So let me see. See, I can't even read about you, Xenu, and I start laughing. So what is the Yawn Tech? You need to tell me. You know, in a perfect world, I have like a green striped Clorox thingy, which I got addicted to during COVID because it cleans everything. And I would have it like cleaning this area that I was going to put my Post-it in. Let's see. I've got ones that are in the opposite direction. Let's see. Oh, that's pretty scary. I should try that one. I've got arrows pointing in each direction, so let's see. You better not call the cops on me. It's not worth it, guys. Just come out here and take them off when I leave. How about that? So, see, I'm making sure all the little air bubbles are out because these puppies, and this was like $6 for like a pack of, or a 10 of 60 each. So, that doesn't look half bad. Can you guys see it? So that one's sort of cool. I've got a few that are silver, but I don't like the cut of the suits nowadays. I liked them better when they were prettier. So let's see, that's in pink. That's the chalk pen. Oh, wait a minute. I think it might be 2 layers. It's hard to tell with these things. Oh, well, I'll just leave it like that. So, you know. Let's see. Oh, and you can park in loading zones if the place isn't open. And since COVID, we've had a lot of places not open around here. And I guess somebody was moving in or out of the store they used to have or are getting. And I got the dirtiest look because I was parked in a loading or a commercial zone, and they were parked literally in front of me, but they didn't like that. So, how about that one? Ooh, I should put one. This cult is trash. So, yeah, just, you know, putting them up and making them very open for people to see. You know, at that age, I should put one lower so the kids can ask Mom and Dad, what's a cult? Because I used to. I swear to God, at times my parents would roll their eyes and like, why do you want to know? And like I said yesterday, a 6-year-old and a 13-year-old yelling at each other about Watergate. My mother knew she was screwed. And I consider me the dumb one in the family. So let's see. Ah, there we go. One in the opposite direction. Ah, see? I have a silver pen, a silver Sharpie. I have my white pen that's chalk. And then I have my pink pen that's chalk. So, you know, things like that. So, we can see how bad I drive them crazy. So, because it's always good to be able to drive your local cult nuts. So, this makes it easier when I can see if it's going to stick. So, someone walking out. Is he going to stand there? Yeah, let's see if he stands there. I'll walk in front of him and start saying things. Or walk next to him. Do you miss your friends? Do you miss your family? Do you wish you could be out here on a beautiful day enjoying the scenery and taking all of it in, instead of being there and having to make money for the little one because he demands it every week? Do you wish you weren't controlled by a big alien called Xenu that, you know, started everything here with the volcanoes and the hydrogen bombs and the DC-8s? You know, those things that you don't really acknowledge until you're in OT3, and then after that, the second time you're cleared, and then after that you make it to OT8 after tens of years and thousands of dollars to find out you can't even cure your own headaches. I'm sure people don't like that. I'm sure it upsets them a lot. So is that the way you want to live life, is having to make money for somebody other than yourself? I don't think it's necessarily fair. You should come out here. The SPTVFoundation.org can help you. If you just go to the main library and make yourself like trash accounts that you can use for that, not wearing the same clothes you are now, so they can't like follow you. He walked away. Boring. Let's see. Now I got these. Where am I going to put them? I think that's a Scientologist, so I'm not going to put them anywhere. So I'm going to hide them. So I'm putting away my Post-it notes for the moment. I'll have more. I haven't even gone through one pack yet. So, and the pens I have. Looks like the silver one's going to be fun. In the sun, on the sun side. That would be a good thing, wouldn't it? So, yes, my cafe is closed today. Most cafes, or most places nowadays, don't do more than one or do 1 day a week where they used to always stay open all the time. You know, you can have a better start out here. The world won't fall apart. You won't get pneumonia. Hardly people die of pneumonia this time in modern times anyway. We have 3-4 trauma centers in the Bay Area alone, and even if you don't have medical insurance, if you walk into an ER and you're considered an ER patient, they have to take you. So you could even walk into a Kaiser and they'd have to take you if you were emergency bound. So you can find out for yourself that the organization is not going to fall apart. You won't get pneumonia. Your family will not disengage and hate you. They'll probably take you back without a problem. The first person that you declared probably is one person who will do the most for you, because they actually get rid of or declare the first person who's the most important in your life. So you would want to contact this person and they'll help you get out probably, because they don't want you in there. They were the first declared, so they haven't seen you in years. Do they even know you're in San Francisco, or have you been trafficked from like Nevada? Without your being sent to an org in a different state without your approval, you just doing it because that's what they told you to do, is human trafficking, believe it or not. And it's not something you want to do. Kid, I can't. Get the kid. He's looking at the board. He's walking away. Okay. There's so many people like look at the building nowadays. I don't know if it's because of me or it's because of them or whatever, but it's still just like, oh my God. So, and my little post-it notes stick out a little bit. So, you know, they're walking by, I think, the kid. So I'm not paying attention. A kid, not the kid. I can see him across the street. Yeah, can you believe they tried to buy that one too? They tried to make a cold water here. Oh my God, I can't believe that. I would like that to happen, considering their feelings on LGBTQA. I actually, when I do, and the stumbling I figured out is from the nerve damage I have in my right leg, because I think stress exacerbates it. And so when I get mad at running around and looking like a drunk, it's because of my nerve damage. I've parked within camera range, but I also have a secrecy screen on my phone that works so well that if I put my phone down too far, I can't see it. Privacy screen. And there's nothing else in my car because there's been so many car break-ins. I don't put anything in my car for them to read. So, and everything goes in my back hatch by sense memory at this point. So, besides, if they did, oh, is that my first cop scene thingy today? Looks like it. She wasn't paying attention though, so she might not be one. I get maybe one going by every day, but if it's more than one, then I know they're up to something. I love it. It's who's playing the goofy game first. So, hi, I am Rob, 707. Brains. We want brains. God, what's the satire zombie movie? I think it's from the 80s. I can't remember. Oh, besides, oh God, the Student Bodies is the, movie where the guy's going upstairs and you can hear the heavy breathing. And then on the railing, he comes across gum and he's like, ugh, gum. That's a great movie. You really want to get distracted one day, go watch that movie. It's hilarious. So, you don't have your door closed all the way. I guess you forget to tell your people that you should close it all the way. You can leave here whenever you want. It's not illegal. It's illegal if they put you in the basement and keep you there. You can use getting out and finding out how to fix your credit and how to go to school and how to get a job. That has nothing to do with this. This is a very small building in a very big world. And hell, I know people who have no clue what this is. So that's why a lot of my friends don't watch my own feed, because they don't care. So there are lots of people who don't care. But yeah, fixing your credit or walking out the door is the first thing. Then you fix your credit by going to Experian and having your credit report printed out so you can see what you own, what you owe, and how much you owe. Because they have been known for opening things with your credit card or adding more courses with your credit card. And I wonder if you can actually take, if it said so on the statement, course for blah, 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 and you haven't done course blah, blah, blah yet, if you can get a refund from your credit card company and they can chase them to get their money back. That's a good thing you might want to learn. And if you get pneumonia, we have at least 4 trauma centers in the Bay Area. So you walk in as an emergency patient, they have to take you. It's part of HIPAA. Or it's part of the oath that the doctors take when they become doctors, is you can't turn people away who are in emergency. So it doesn't matter if you have health insurance or not, and that will be probably the bill you have to pay back, but you can do it at your own pace. So it's not like you'll be stuck doing something that has nothing to do with your world. I mean, that's what you're going to get when you get out anyway and find out where your credit is that this world will have nothing on the people who charged everything they possibly could on you. So you would stay here and be convinced that you are not worthy of having a real life after you have not belonged here long enough. And I see you're putting down the boombox. That's a shame. You know, I have a lot more interesting things to say about credit and credit reports. And if you own something that you don't know you own, how you can get disconnected from it, because that would be illegal. You should make sure that your mail is coming to you, because if you don't, that's illegal. You should be registered if you register to vote here, like everybody should be. It's called being an American. You should have your vote registered here. And I don't know what you're trying to do, but I keep seeing the curtain shake. And the door's open, so you haven't closed it yet. So that one's interesting too. And if you play Taylor Swift, she's not going to be amused. And especially if I send her the stream. So, because I heard you guys have been playing a lot of Taylor Swift. Freaks. Don't you ever wonder what they're saying about us? See, you can tell I read you, Zeno, because I giggle. Let's see. Okay, nobody's talking. Nobody loves me today, I take it, huh? I'm going to be part of the replay crew. Is it because it's Monday and nobody wants to play? I mean, Papa Cat is on the other side of the country, so he said he'd try. He tried to show me to his mom, because I'll tell you later. She asked what I was up to nowadays, and he showed her and tried to explain it. Of course, and this is what made me put it into perspective yesterday. She had no clue what he was talking about, and she is fine. So she didn't know anything about Scientology, which I think is freaking hilarious. So yeah, he just finally gave up because she's like, what? So this is a Scottish lady who, what Scottish people are Methodist? I can't remember. Hey, and there's someone who has the same problem I do. I have rust on my wheels too. I don't know how to get it off. So, and that's bizarre for a Mercedes that's got to be younger than my car. My car is 20 years old, over 20 years old. So, I want to get the Hello Kitty rims. But my car won't last that long. I would love to restore my car, but honestly, it's way too expensive to keep that puppy running. When it finally starts falling apart, which I never will, because the Lexus guys want my car, and so they keep it running. I mean, that car is in perfect condition on the inside. On the outside, it looks worn. But that's what you want to do nowadays, is not have your car stuck out in having it all beautiful and pretty and not faded and things, because you'll get carjacked nowadays. So it was an excellent excuse for not paying thousands of dollars for restoration, but sometimes it's annoying. So did you guys turn on the boombox in the back? You know, it doesn't bother me. I just know what to say to get it turned down. And just remember, you're not supposed to be playing Taylor Swift. She is not amused. No matter how many times Tom Cruise goes to her concert, he's basically an old fart now. So think of it that way. So at this point, you're just, you know, holding up an old fart to the flame. Freaks. You are funny. When Papa Cat is away, do mice other cats at play? Actually, I've been able to get the tabby to come upstairs. Well, I've been carrying her upstairs on the third floor and put her on the bed at night because I think she wants to be alone a little too much. Too much Marlena Dietrich there. And when I'm downstairs on the second floor, when they're eating, because we don't want them eating out of separate bowls, they stop eating. I have a Tupperware cake thingy that we put their food in. And if I stay downstairs, in about 10 minutes later, they want their food again. So we play that game. But I think it's actually sort of healthy because it makes me get up. So, hi Keith. So yeah, no, we're just hanging out here today looking at the sights. I think I just saw a monarch. We'd be okay in this area. We have a huge monarch migration in the East Bay. Of course, I never saw anything in South City because, you know, it's covered in fog. But yeah, Papa Cat got to see that, and now that it's becoming less and less drought-stricken, you getting to see the monarchs I grew up with, which are annoying little buggers that are everywhere. So, I mean, the Canadians stayed, the geese. They're actually getting nicer, though. When I was doing a Monday with the BFF, we walked through like geese hell, and they could care less. It was so disappointing because they used to chase us around 20 years ago. Be like, this is my spot, and go chasing us. So it's really weird to have nice geese. How's that for now for something completely different. Oh, hi Annabelle. Welcome to the club. Oh yeah, where's Sean? And Fuzz. Fuzz is here, isn't she? Oh, I bet you she wasn't expecting me. I bet you she was expecting boring day today, just walking around looking at lakes. But no, I'm actually out and about. So if it gets weird, I'll have to like cut it off because I don't have a mod right now. So, because Papa Cat's across the country. Carrie Ann's been working. I don't know what Jen Wow is doing yet. She hasn't been around enough to be nosy or, you know, to find out what's up because I want to keep her as a mod. And Fuzz, I have no clue where Fuzz is. She's probably sleeping in somewhere. So, and I need to start putting up announcements. Oh my God, I miss the days when children wouldn't shut up. It's so funny. There's parents, older children, younger children, and the children are just like, the younger children are like, ah! It's funny actually. So yeah, but yeah, the past couple of days, no suburban, no strange men asking me if I'm okay. It takes all the fun out of it. So yeah, now I've got my cult in pink there, which is good. Let's see. There's a cult there. I have to change hands now, excuse me. So yeah, and the next time the oh, there's a meter maid. Or not. The next time the fire station's open, because it's a big one with a hook and ladder and everything, which is a big deal. In Alameda, they have a hook and ladder, but it has to go to everything that happens so they can justify it. It's funny, but it's true. So, but it looks like it's been closed up. You know, it's sort of like, don't bother us. And I don't want to get the firemen or the fire marshal. Actually, I do want to get the fire marshal mad, but I don't want him to be mad at me. How about that one? So, let's see. Is there a bigger... I'm looking at this right now. Nope, I guess I thought... Oh, you know what I did is I cut it down because of this. Oh, it is a meter made of some kind. Oh, bizarre. Someone who hasn't paid. They should know better. You know what? It's like, I'm surprised they don't have like a key or a mission control for the paid and unpaid parking spaces. I'm sure they're working on it. I always say things like, you know, this is the home of Silicon Valley and we're doing things like old people do still. You know, there's been stuff like made years ago that could probably do this. So yeah, no, this is like what we do right now is we pay through, people pay at the kiosk, but some people pay through the app. And so I've gotten one major ticket, and that was for parking. They threw the loading zone at it because I stayed a little bit after the person opened up. And so they had fun with that one. We looked it up, and I had not paid for it. That was the funny part. So, hello. How are you?
Fine, man.
Yeah. Parking and traffic. Neato. We get the traffic guys too. We get like I tease and say it's like, you know, crossing guards when the traffic's really bad going home. We get them in the middle of the street to like direct. And since Market Street, our big street, is now closed but usable, which means that trams or, you know, our wired system, our buses and cabs can go on it, but nobody else now. But you can go across it. Oh, yeah. No, I actually use the businesses around me. 708 is Cafe Nico. That one directly across is a sort of like a speakeasy cigar bar sort of thing. I guess you can still smoke cigars inside if you're designated. So, and then the rest of them are like just regular old like stuff stores. And then there's the cafe down at the corner called Postscript, and a lot of the Scientologists used to go there, but weirdly enough I don't see them going there a lot anymore. So I actually go to Postscript and Nico on a regular basis to say hi and to tell them they know what I'm doing. A couple of them know me by name, and I get a $4 cookie for Papa Cat at that one right there, because it's worth it. It's positive PR. And then sometimes I'll get a $6 bottle of water down at Postscript, but they also know me. It's hard to miss me because of the bangs. I used to think it was because of the goth thing. It's not. It's because of the bangs. So I try to keep nice to people. And a couple of blocks up is a donut place that I go to very occasionally now, since I got type 2'd. And they know me there too. It's a hangout for like older Chinese men to just hang out and have coffee and donuts. And I used to tease that one of these days, if they ever got on my butt, I would just scream and they would all see, or, you know, they'd all hear it, and then they'd just come all running down getting ready for karate, because they all have that build where they're skinny and obviously muscular, even though they're in their 60s and 70s. So actually, I used to call it my Chinese donut shop. But since I got type 2, I'm trying to be good. So I haven't been there in a while. I used to love their croissants. Their plain croissants were awesome. Might start going back up there again. By the time I usually go, it's too late. But if I just get a croissant, I can go up there and put it in my car. So how's that for something weird? Annabelle. Yeah, so we scoped it out. I protested a lot since I was 12. That I remember. When I was 12 years old, there was a teacher strike. So we all went, I grew up in Oakland, we all went to Lake Merritt, which was the lake in the middle of the city, with the teachers. And we were all protesting, even the kids. our parents knew what we were up to, so they all knew what we were going to do. Back then, there were latchkey kids like crazy. So KGO, which was one of the stations, radio stations around, asked me if they could talk to me. And I had to say, and it's the truth, that my mom did not want me in the news. One of these days I'll explain why. So, but I've been protesting since I was 12. I was a huge protester during the AIDS epidemic, or not protester, but loudmouth. Had friends of mine died of AIDS, and basically saw them also isolated in hospitals in the 90s, which was very weird because it'd been around long enough by then. But one of my best friends wound up in his own room of 4 beds, and was like, what the hell's going on? And he said, I've been isolated because I have AIDS. I go, what? Are you going to smear blood over them or something? So did a lot of charity work, did a lot of things for AIDS. Still do, was helping with the privacy tech sector, things like that. Didn't do anonymous, even though I would have loved to, but it just looked a little too dangerous, honestly, at the time. So then helped with the women's movement and got guilted out of it like everybody else did, because we were one of the people who would get a hotel room for the day at the end of whatever march it was, and then have friends come over. And the righties knew how to get to the lefties really well, as guilting them and calling us bougie protesters. So I did what a lot of people do, is I ate it up. So after the Women's March, we did, there was one at the Mint. I can't remember what it was for. And so that was all 2018, 19. I still have my pussy hat, which is the green muffler with cat ears. Let's see, what else? And then got on to here. So I've had a pretty busy career. Because I'm 57, so, and started when I was 12, and grew up in an atmosphere of protest, because San Francisco has been having them since 58. There are some very, well-known protests of, when Oakland cops were all ex-Marines and beat the crap out of people. That one didn't go over well. I think a whole lot of them got fired after that, because they were Marines back from Vietnam. Whee! So, oh my God, hi, that's what I said, that you weren't used to Mondays. And I just said, well, I hope, because Papa Cat's around in the next, he's across the country. So I was like, okay, if it gets weird, I'll just stop. So, of course, it's like everybody's busy today. Nobody's expecting me to not be on at 6:30. I actually think I'll be doing this time on Mondays, because the person who I have recruited to help me is very fascinated by these idiots. Don't tempt me. Do you know how many places I could find you pink fuzzy handcuffs around here? Or, well, I don't know. But on the other side of Market, I know at least 2 places off the top of my head that I can get you fuzzy handcuffs with, real handcuffs with fuzz on them. Do you miss your friends? Do you miss your family? Do you wish you were out of there and here with me protesting? No, that would never happen. But if you do leave, we promise that you can do whatever you want. We will not out you. We will not make you participate in any of the things we're doing, because that's just ridiculous. I'm never in, so I've never experienced what you guys have been through. I was in one cult consciously, but I only lasted about 3 months into it, because I realized I didn't want to be the center of attention. So, and nothing happened to me when I left the cult. So, nothing's going to happen to you if you leave your cult. They will bug you for a little while. They can't enforce the freeloader debt, because it's just not enforceable. It's not something that's been registered or that you can use. You have to belong with a credit and all that other stuff. You can call the people that you owe money to on credits, and who knows, there might be a mortgage or 2 out there, and you can figure out ways to pay this off. They will work with you. but you might want to put all of your cards as inactive except for your ATM card, and then pay off your debt as you go along. Them charging your accounts while you're not paying attention, you can actually dispute those also. So you can go to the agency your card belongs to and tell them you dispute something because it's a course you haven't done yet, because I've heard that they make you guys pay for courses in advance. So if you leave, and then you can get on the credit company and tell them that you had not gotten what you paid for, and they charged you without your knowledge. So at that point, they'll probably take it off your credit report, and they will go after you, or after them, like they should. This isn't the 90s, this isn't the aughts. Technology is caught up and past all of us, so I'm sure there are different ways they can get your money or your credit back. So once you start doing that, you'll be working your credit off, and you'll be able to fix your credit. It's not hard, it's just you have to be mindful of what you're doing. That's it, freaks. What is that? It's cute. Papa Cat doesn't like the new cars. He thinks they look too weird. I, of course, want one that's, from the Matrix. Except for a Tesla, because we know Teslas are bad. So, oh, I didn't mean it that way, Missy. I just meant as a joke. I can send you real fuzzy handcuffs. Everybody is vanilla around here. Are you kidding? I just have the history from things that I've been around, not necessarily participated in, but also there's a big alternative scene here. Everything is alternative here. So it's like you get exposed to things without really knowing. But I would love a Rodney from Maryland. Oh my God, that would be so cool. Because I would bring him out here and bolt him to a stool. And everybody would freaking love it because it's so like, this is something new. Which is not what we say in the city at all. I don't think I've said something was new in a long time. I think the last thing I would consider new was branding. And that was 25 years ago. I think that seems around right. So everything else since then has not been, the whole thing has disappeared. So, and I know way too much than I should be talking about. So, and yes, we don't buy BMWs because they were the last people ever to make reparations. And we all thought, figures for an Austrian company. So I wanted a BMW for so long, but I didn't know that they were so late. So then they had to change it to Mercedes. So when my Lexus falls apart, there's a huge Mercedes dealership in South City, and I'm going to go and get myself a used Mercedes. So I would love a classic one because those things are like tanks. But so everybody saying hi to you. And this 45 minutes has gone fast. Probably because I didn't expect to do it because it's Monday. I was driving here going, what day is it? I get my days mixed up even more with Papa Cat. So if I show up here tomorrow, nobody just let it go. Because I just may be going, okay, programming says. But yeah, it's not, I always get lost. Me and Papa Cat are hardly ever by ourselves. You know, this is what happens when you have 22 years of a good relationship. So I'll tease him tonight because we've been doing video video messengers. I have a picture of me with like a cat nose on me with whiskers and ears. He likes to do that stuff. So, and I just sit there and go, yes dear, yes dear. I had to go chase the cats down today because yesterday I was not feeling well from the big old stuff my face. Ugh, I still am not, but I'm better than I was yesterday. So, oh yeah, Fuzz, you missed it. I've got something that says cult. I don't know what their nutrition coaching sonar. I think tomorrow I'll probably white out that QR code. I've got that cult. I've got that cult. I got my transparent ones back out again. And I found one on this pole that had been there since the first time. So It's like, I've got to make sure that they don't come on. This is, even if they want to complain, it's like, it's a Post-it note, and that's even chalk pen. So I keep thinking this has got like 2 of them. That's the thing, is these things are so thin, you don't know if you have 1 or 2. But yeah, I've had one that lasted like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whenever I did it last time. Oh, I just saw dogtail. I love dogtail. It's so much fun. I'm a tail person. I don't know why. There's this one that I'm reinforcing because, you know, Scientology is trash. I just thought about putting that one with the little, I've got my arrow. So I think today was pink. Let's see, is this one? See, the whole look, I think it's on the silver. It's just that, and I have to like secure it, you know, make sure that the adhesive is stuck to it big time. So I told them they better not call cops on me, because are you kidding? They can rip these off when I leave. And I got a 6-pack of 60 for $6, so I can do this again and again and again. So since I don't trust them with the chalk deck on the ground, so because I don't want to waste my own money. It's my money and we're wasting, you know, taxpayer dollars. Yes, me. I pay taxes in California. Ah, see, even the wind's hitting this one and it's not coming off. So that's a good sign. It's a little faded. I think it's one from 3 or 4 weeks ago, but at least you can see it if you look. Did I? No, I'm not going to put one on the fire thingy. So, oh, yeah, that, and you have to see. I'm wearing red lipstick. Oh my God. Ugh, maybe I should start wearing more makeup. How would you like to have something completely different world? So I know. And where is Sean? No face. I don't know where he is. I think he's trying to keep himself away from us so we cheer when we see him. Then again, it is 2 o'clock, so he could be having a real job. See, I think that people have real jobs if they work real weird hours, because tech heads work such weird hours if they're good. If they're really good, a tech head does not work 9 to 5, because he doesn't like 9 to 5. He will work whatever he damn well does it. But he will also work 7 days a week. So that's why I keep thinking everybody's a tech head. And that one's the silver and blue. I think I was trying out pens. So yeah, the silver pen looks like it'll be fun. Because I'll do it towards the sun. I have nothing better to do with my day. No, I actually do not dismiss what I'm doing here. I think it's important because it gets people to talk to me, and since I'm a good babbler, I seem to make a difference with people. And this is the weird thing. Every time I see someone walking across the street with a weird bag, I always think they're Scientology. And I also learned yesterday that I can put these things up with masking tape and it doesn't rip the paint off like they did here and here. What did they do here? I thought that was like chalk. It's not. It's like, oh, they're stupid. See? And whatever this is, I tried to take what this was off and it won't come off. So they don't even know how to do simple like housework. I know it's weird, but I want to see if he goes in, because I'm trying to get who is doing what. Yes, this is what I love about Fuzz. She's an equal opportunity helper. So I don't mind people putting their YouTube links. The one thing is that the mods can do it as a link. You know, at least once a session. But I don't want everything piled up with just YouTube's. No, okay, see, this is not, he didn't go in, so now I'm confused again. It's like, it's so hard to pick a stereotype when it's not stereotyped. What I should actually do is try to find people who have their e-meters in Louis Vuitton bags or Prada bags. There have been. And talk to them, even though they're the hardest to talk to because privilege sucks. So, you know how it goes. So I was going to say, hi Desmond MM. I was going to say thumbs up me or subscribe, please. So I would like to get my 1,000 subscribers. I was actually wondering, do I want my 1,000 subscribers or do I want my hours? I think both. And I'm tired of feeling guilty that I want to make money off of this, because this is would be my livelihood if I do it enough. But it is very, we're always attacked as compassionate people, that if we're so damn compassionate, why do we want money? And it's like, for me, this is the first thing I've done that I've liked and that I'm good at in, God, how many, 20 years? I mean, working in clubs are fine, and, you know, doing fundraisers is fine, but I didn't think I had a talent for anything. So you don't look anymore for what? I love this. I love going, what? Don't look, okay? So, let's see. So if your credit was fixed, if you talked to your friends that you didn't talk to before, even on the down low, and you had means to live and means to get around, you have every reason to leave this org. Because if you realize that you're putting in voluntary hours just to give somebody else money, which doesn't make any sense. And you have to understand what your coursework is, otherwise you have to start it all over again. The little one has pulled that crap out a few times, and people have had to buy whole courses because of semicolons. Now, isn't that a little weird? Because then that means he also thinks that you're not smart enough to know where a semicolon goes or not. So he condescends to you people because he thinks he's doing good money out of this. That's not healthy. That's not what you want. I thought you wanted enlightenment. I thought you wanted a direction. I thought you wanted to clear the planet. You can't clear the planet if all you're doing is getting jobs so you can make more money to give more money to Scientology. LRH's thing is that he said that he should take from his people what they can afford. I bet you don't do what you can afford. I bet you do what you could afford if you had credit. Do you sign people up for credit? It's not right. It's not healthy. It's not something you want to do. And in the lower income areas where you have beautiful activity centers, what do? Teach the children to grow up to be Scientologists? That's not healthy. You're going to make a very confused world of children who have to live below their own means, and they have to deal with the real world outside. So is that what you really want to do, or mess children's heads up even more? Because you're not going to provide for them except maybe the one meal a day, which is a help, that's for sure. But if you didn't focus it on religion, or not even religion. You guys aren't even a religion, because that's the only charity I've ever heard you guys do was Inglewood. And Inglewood is East LA. So I don't know what you're trying to do besides mess up a bunch of kids and make their mothers think that you guys mean something, which you don't. So you should leave lower income families alone, or actually do that as a charity, because then you'd be at least covering one of those things you're supposed to be doing if you're better than a club. Freaks. Yeah, Inglewood is in East LA. Yes, that pesky semicolon. I look at my hours or my subs because, like I said, this is the only thing I've been able to do and run with it in 20 years. I've had anxiety issues. There are times I would only work at night. I always grew up thinking I didn't have an artistic bone in my body. My mother reinforced that. And like I said, most of my friends don't watch this. I may have one or two friends who actually watch what I'm doing, because there are things not expected of me, like talent. So I am very excited that I can do this. And I've figured out between absolutely everything I do, time spent, cookies bought, it's about $20 a day. And Papa Cat is wonderful about that. So I've been trying to get my budget down of myself and maybe just be able to like skim closely to a profit but not profit. So it's like I just want to break even, honestly, and I shouldn't feel guilty about that because this is helping people out. This makes my Papa Cat be proud of me. Even my brother is slightly bewildered that I can do something like this, and so I refuse to feel guilty that I want to make money out of this. We shouldn't have to feel guilty that way. We're not doing it for the money, but there's a system made up where we can make money off of this. And I don't think there's a lot of money to be made off of this unless you go into higher numbers. I just want to make enough to even. That's it. Because Papa Cat is like the newest thing on planet Earth, and he loves me and I love him, and so trying to make this a space where it's comfortable, where people like each other, and when I can make a buck or two. So, Elron Liar. Oh, hi you. Hi, Elron Liar. I always wonder if I'm saying that right. Oh, look at puppy action. Nothing like good golden retriever for your day. I love dogs that have better hairdos than me. You got an impressive chalk donation, Elron? Ooh, that's neat. I actually have a box of chalk. I think I'm going to give it to the kids out front because... Oh, yeah, no, it did me too at first. When I finally got to stream, but I am down to now once a day maybe. Papa Cat's the one who looks more than I do, because I seem, when the whole bad stuff started happening, I lost about 150. So I've been watching it slowly claw its way up to 1,000. So a big box of chalk. Oh my God, that's awesome. Oh, maybe I can rent it up to Sacramento. It's within driving distance. So, yeah, I just don't find myself working on the chalk on the ground because this is a heavy tourist area and this is a financial district in North Beach and Lawyer Row. So I don't want somebody complaining because I'm doing it, because I don't expect the freaks to get away with complaining, but somebody else might. So is it a big box full of chalk? 162 count of chalk? Oh my God. I hope you go to a chiropractor lane bending over all that time. That's awesome though. See, that's what we should be going for, things like that. And yes, I'll make an Amazon list soon, but oh, I can put transparent post-it notes and chalk pens, which I have. See, that's what my latest chalk pen does, is the pink stuff. So stuff like that, because I'm like, what do I need right now? Not much. I mean, I spend most of my time outside, so I have all of the things I need to be outside with. And I'm a pen freak, so I've got all the pens I need, but I don't have chalk pens. So there's that. And I have one person who has a membership on my coffee, which is sitting, and I have to make him a video on the ferry. Maybe when Papa Cat comes back, or if I can figure out the schedule. Ooh, it almost makes me want to go to a baseball game. Wednesdays are always like afternoon games. That's interesting. And Wednesday, I think, is my worst commute day too. Don't you want to be out here having fun, not thinking about how much money you have to make for a little guy? Don't you wish you could just like be not part of this and be part of something else called humanity? There's nothing wrong for not wanting to be in there. It's not made to be a place where your thumbs are screwed to your desks and you have to do what they say and just make money. Think of it that way. There's a family sitting on the sidewalk next to me, and I don't know if they want to come in or if they're waiting for a Waymo. The tourists love the Waymo. One of these days, I've even... Oh no, it's fun. I keep thinking of something every other day because I've got to practice on you because hopefully I'll get members. So, and the memberships should be different, or maybe they're just pictures of the cats, or but the ferry, we've been dying to go on the ferry, and both of us have been like, oh, it's a big boat on the bay. At least they're huge boats now, so I don't feel obligated, but it's still fun to say thank you. So when you leave, you'll have to fix your credit. You can do that by looking at Experian and finding out what you owe or what you own on a card. There's a family behind me that's waiting to come in. This is bizarre. So they've got to be sending them from other countries to come and look at this building because it's, pretty, and the marble foyer in the back, but they keep thinking they're going to come through the front doors, and they're not while I'm here. I'm not blocking anybody. So yeah, people want to come in and see what's going on, but when they do, they'll be signing away 2 hours and $35 to begin with. And if they keep going until they can't do it anymore, they'll be spending $250,000 and realizing they can't get rid of the headache they have. That's not exactly fair for people, is it? Where it falls through and you can't make even your own headache go away or your arthritis, because it usually takes that long to get that high. Most OT8s are not impressed with what's supposed to happen at OT8 that doesn't, because supposedly everything wrong with you is psychosomatic, and no, it's not. It's called environment. It's also because of the pollution that's around everywhere. So you will never be able to fix your arthritis, your headaches, a broken bone just by thinking that it's fake. And that's what most OT8s think. And they get very disillusioned for being an OT8. So it's not something you need to strive for and spend $250,000 and 25 years doing it, where if you don't understand what you're doing, you have to restart it again. Is that what you want to do with your life? It's not very healthy. And you're just making money for the little guy because you guys don't get to keep a lot in your own org, because you're supposed to basically tithe him for existing here in San Francisco, like all of them are across the country. The missions are the only ones that really get away with anything because they own their mission. This all belongs to LRH, and that's not healthy. Scared off both the families. Good. So, yeah, that's the weird thing. People have been coming here, looking out front, and then sort of leaving, but I bet you they come back later. Hi, Tsuki. Where's my dog? Oh God, yes. What about your foster veil? Oh, need a name. It'd be really neat to find out. Yes. You guys want a ferry stream? I know. We're gonna have to do that. And yes, City on Defense will be my guinea pig until I can start having like memberships on YouTube. You can't always become a member on my coffee. I'm actually a member of a tour guide in London because she's really interesting, and I give her $5 a month, even if I don't go see her videos that week. So she's done amazing things with Harrods and everywhere else, and I can't remember what the hell the name is. But so you can do it through there too if you want. No, it's, yeah, once you name it, you're stuck. If you still use the shelter's name, you might have half a chance. I think my friends who've gotten cats, when they change the name, you can tell when they're keeping them. So, and they're going to start doing it again in the middle of August. So that's the running joke. It's like, I got to find a dog before the next litter of kittens come in. Otherwise, I'm going to wind up with another kitten. And it is very good to start them when they're young on 3 stories. So my girls didn't learn in their first 3 and 4 years. So keeps them on the 2nd and 3rd floor, which is good because when they're on the bottom floor, I call it the cave. There's only there's a bedroom down there and we don't keep it open because we still have boxes there, don't ask. So when they howl from the cave, you know, because they're both yellers. They both yell. Oh my God, it's hilarious. Luckily enough, none of the neighbors hear them. I've asked because the Norwegian is really loud. It's amazing. But the tabbies be getting into it. So when they want to annoy me, because Papa Cat is not here right now, they go down to the 1st floor and yell up the stairs. So it's just like, oh my God, I tease Papa Cat because they don't bug me about food. But when they just want to annoy me, they go down to the 1st floor and just howl all the way up. And I've asked, because I also, one of the children next door is heavily autistic. And I wanted to make sure that the cat wasn't setting him off. He's not, because you can't hear her. So that's good. Let's see. Oh my God, it's 1:11 already. Okay, one more. Let's go play with the credit people. And if you ever want to know about the building, you can always go to Wikipedia and look up Fugazi building because it was owned by a family, Italian family, and their name was Fugazi, F-U-G-A-Z-I, if I remember right. And one of the brothers is actually, this is during the Gilded Age, one of the brothers actually started Transamerica. So it's basically called, even though it could be the Transamerica building, it's called the Fugazi building. So, and this is the epitome of the Gilded Age. So a lot of stuff you don't need on buildings and in buildings, stuff like that. And the first Jewish service was done here at a building next they took over. So let's see, if you look at the edge of the fire escape, I don't know if you can see it very well, there are Stars of David. So that's really cool too. So this building has a lot of history to it, believe it or not. And the bummer is that if these things were not fixed when it was bought, they get away with not fixing it still. So that's one of the little ugly loopholes of a historical building. But considering they were the ones who refurbished it, you figured they would have kept it in better shape. So let's go back to our credit. Once you get your credit report, you go through it and find out what you owe. Find out what's in collections, because there's stuff in collections. And then you find out where the agencies are, where your credit card is still working, because you guys are all going to have credit cards. You go in there and tell them to make it inactive. That way you'll still keep your credit card, but you won't be using it. And a good rule of thumb anyway is to pay off your balance every month. So you're living within your own means, and use them only as an emergency reason to go over what you can pay. So once you make them inactive, you talk to the agencies and figure out how you can pay them back. They would love to keep you after you pay them back because you're making the effort, and they're not used to people making the effort. So you start paying them back, they're inactive, because the system's all gone computer. So I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. You have to pull real hard. Okay, no, that's it. I don't feel like yelling in the door. And I have to go look up more credit crap when I get home, because Experian, and then I don't remember the other two. Oh my God, I sound so stupid. What a cute little car. And the reason also I want to use Mercedes is because the roll cage is amazing. And since Papa Cat rolled his car once, he's a little paranoid about that. My Monster now has a roll cage in it, so because it's supposed to be driven stupidly. So okay, well then we're done for today. Oh, actually, this might be a better place. Fuzz, can you find someone to raid? Look at this. This is pretty. Usually I'm doing it from the other side. Oh, Reese is on? Oh, hell yeah. Go see her. Go see her. She's fun. And she's got a big black poodle, and she's got her dog Gertie, which is blasphemous, but it's hilarious that she was born in the manger. And she may be doing it with Tommy, who's the coolest thing also. He's, I guess you would say an uncertified addiction mentor. And they fell for each other, and bye L. Ron Liar. So they are really great together. They're awesome. Yes, you guys go have fun with Reese, and I will talk to you. See, I almost said tomorrow. Hopefully I won't wind up here before I realize what I'm doing tomorrow, okay? So I'll talk to you guys on Wednesday. Ciao, Palace.